Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. It's been a little crazy here. Let me get some light on the subject. It looks a little dark in here. The sun's not really shining. So I hope everybody's doing good. It was a long day for us today. We just got home. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Hey, Dew, how are you? Got home about 4 o'clock, I think, today. So it was a long day. We left at 10 and we traveled all over just for doctor's appointments. So that's over. And now we can do our mystery card. But before we start, just a couple things. Tomorrow, May 21st, is free shipping. It's bright in New York. Yeah, it's bright here, but I don't have sun in my window right now. So free shipping tomorrow, May 21st. So if there's things that you need, take advantage because it saves lots of money. Secondly, I just want to bring up the join promotion that Stampin' Up has going on. For your $99, you get to choose $125 worth of product. And then as a gift from Stampin' Up, you will receive all 5 of the new in-color stamp pads, Stampin' Right markers, the blends combos, the designer series paper, the 6x6 designer series paper, and cardstock. And it's an $82 value that you'll get absolutely free just for joining. Okay? Oh no, Margaret. I had posted it in the group the other day. All right, so, and we actually just found out about it. And I posted it the day I found out about it. So just keep an eye out, and because it doesn't happen very often. All right, so tonight's mystery card. We needed a basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5. Let me just move this over. And we're going to score it. And I didn't even score mine yet. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. So let's get that done. All right, so there is our card base. Hopefully it folded good. Let's just burnish that end. Then we needed a basic white scrap, and that's going to be for our sentiment. And I don't even think I pulled a scrap. Oh yeah, here we go. I pulled a scrap, and it's just for the sentiment, so you don't need a big piece. And then we need colored cardstock. And I actually chose today Lemon Lolly. I haven't used this in a while. And we need a 5 1/4 by 4, a 4.5 by 2.5, plus another scrap. So here's my other scrap. And I think if I can find it really quick, and it's for the sentiment. So, you know what? I am going to pull out my double oval punch. I love that punch. All right, so we got our scrap. Then we needed some designer series paper. And I actually chose, let me just see if I can find it really quick. Page 35. We're going to go right to the new catalog here. I chose this designer series paper here. It's called Mediterranean Blooms, and it is a really, hey Kathy, it's a really pretty set of designer series paper. It's got lemons and oranges and really pretty blue. Yes, it's really pretty, right, Sue? So fresh. It's really fresh and pretty designer series paper. So we needed one that was 5, and I'm reading this from afar, 5 by 3 3/4. Then we needed another piece that is 6 by 2.5. And then we needed a piece that is, where is it? 5 by 1/2. Okay, so those are the 3. And then a different design, 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. So I chose the lemons, and here's the little flowers that you can see on the lemons. Okay, and it's still dark in here. I don't know why. Really weird tonight. All right, so that's what we need. And then you need stamps for your sentiment, some ink, your paper trimmer. And the paper trimmer is if you want to cut out a matte piece for your sentiment. Okay, I'm going to use the double oval punch. You're going to see that even though it's retired. And then we needed some adhesives and dimensionals. And I did say to grab an envelope. The only thing I forgot to mention is a 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece of basic white for the inside. Okay, so if you have your trimmer out, you can cut that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our envelope, and that piece that is 6 by 2 1/2, you can just put that aside for now. All right. And we're going to grab our card base. Hey, Mimi Cakes, how are you? Yes, you do need to finish setting up your desk, Missy. All right. So what are we going to do first? We are going to take that piece of designer series paper that's 5 by 3 3/4, and our colored cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 4, and we are going to adhere these together. So you can grab either adhesive, liquid glue, or you can grab some seal, whatever you have. And I didn't put my lid on, so of course it's clogged. And we're going to I'm going to use some liquid glue on this. So we're just going to add it around. So anything new and exciting for anybody? We've just had, like I said, we had 3 doctor's appointments today. We started out at 10 o'clock and ran all around. Got home at 4. Just crazy. Then we have an appointment tomorrow at 8. That one will be easier. It's right here at the hospital, and Bill's gonna have a CT scan of his heart because he's having another procedure at the end of the month. So we're getting all those preliminary appointments out of the way for the procedure. All right, so that layer that we just created, I'm gonna pull this in a little bit. That layer we just created, we're going to adhere it to the front of our card. Oh, you started therapy, Margaret. Well, I hope that goes well for you. Okay, so now let's take that other piece of colored cardstock that's 4 1/2 by 2 3/4, and also the second design of designer series paper that is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2, and we're going to adhere these two together. See how pretty the other side is? The other side is pretty too, but I didn't want to use it because I am actually using this set for my craft box this month, or next month I should say, for June. And I have just about everything finished. Just have a few more details to put together, but it's just here's one of the cards. It's just such a pretty set, you know? The dies are beautiful. The paper is beautiful. It's just beautiful. All right. So you have a choice with this piece. You can either, nope, you can't. it's gonna be landscape, so you can decide where you want this piece. If you want it directly in the center, if you want to put it down towards the bottom, up towards the top, or to the left or to the right. All right, I'm gonna center mine. This is great, just designer series paper cards. When you need something quick and easy, designer series paper is the best way to go. Because I know we all have designer series paper sitting around that we're saving for one thing or another. I know I do. I have tons of designer series paper that is retired. It's sitting in containers. I really have to get rid of it. Okay. Ah, you're late, Karen. That's perfectly fine. Happy birthday, Kathy. I hope you have a great, great day. Well, get that desk together, Amadou. All right, so like I said, I'm going to put mine directly in the center. And I think I'm going to turn it this way because it is just pretty. And we're just going to lay this right in the center of the card. Now, at this point in time, if you have, these are the embellishments that go with this set, and they're pretty. Looks like lemon lolly and clear and night of navy. So the embellishments are really pretty too. So we are going to now stamp the sentiment. And you know what? I'm going to grab, I should do thank you because I need lots of thank you cards all the time. But I am going to use happy birthday. And instead of doing it in Memento, let me just clean my block off here a second. I think, oh, that one's too small. Let's grab a bigger one. Instead of doing it in Memento Black, I should clean this first. It's a little, don't want to use a dirty stamp. Hopefully this is dry, wet. Yeah, see that? It's a dirty stamp. That would have messed me all up. I think we'll use, I have Daffodil Delight, but that might be too light. Let's go with Old Olive. It'll match the colors in the green. So we'll do it in Old Olive, and hopefully there's enough ink. Oh, but you know what? This is not going to fit. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Really nice script. Rain all day in Minnesota. Oh, my word. We've had sun here today. It's been quite lovely. All right, so I am going to, this is going to be a tight fit. It might not fit, ladies. I may have to change up. What am I going to use? Let's use this one. This one might fit. Ah, yes, much better. So, for your sentiment, you can pick out, and I don't know, is that? You know what? I am going to stamp it again. I don't like the way that looks. Let's take this out. I'm going to do it the opposite way of the way I usually do it. So we have this. Let's get our old olive back. And we'll get this stamped a little better. Hopefully that's better. Ah, yes, much better. All right. So I did say to get a matte layer. So I'm going to punch another label. And all I'm going to do is grab my scissors and I am going to cut it in half lengthwise. All right. And let's add a bit of glue. And we're going to adhere this right to this label so it sticks out on the top. And then let's take the other half and add a bit of glue. Let's pick this up gently. And we're going to add it to the bottom. So just a little bit sticks out. And now our sentiment has a matte layer on it. All right. Yeah, it is pretty font, right, too? That's from the Unbounded Love. This is the set that, and don't mind, I was using them, but this is the set with the dies and all the sentiments. It's really pretty. Lots of different sentiments in there. It gives you a good variety of sentiments to use. All right, so I am going to pop my sentiment up. I'm going to put one and one here so it doesn't sag. And pull our card back in. And I am going to put this, I think I'll put it on this side, just like that. Now you can add ribbon if you want. I'm going to leave it, but I am going to grab a couple of embellishments. This is one of the large ones. I'll put it in that corner. And then let's grab a couple little ones. I'll put one on there. And we'll put one up there. All right. So nice, quick, and easy card. Yeah, I know. I know, me either. There are some things that I will not get rid of. All right, so for the inside of the card, at the beginning of the video, I forgot to tell you to cut a 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have a piece of designer series paper again. And I think I said 5 1/2 by 1/2. So we're going to have to trim it. But I just wanted to give you a little extra room so we can get it on here and it matches edge to edge. So let's just run a little bit of glue across the bottom and we're going to lay this across our inside, and I like to just push it down so it's really flush with the edge. And if the edge of your designer series paper is cut straight, it should lay on your card perfectly. All right, so now that that is on, let's just trim this off. And I should have showed you, look how wild the other side of this designer series paper is. It looks like a hippie style, doesn't it? All right, so now we're going to put this into the center of the card. Now don't mind my home and hobby seal. I've had this for, gosh, ages, and I forgot to add my refill into my seal holder. get this in here straight. And there is a quick and easy birthday card just with a few pieces. All right. Now you're going to grab that 6 by 2.5 and your envelope, and we're going to grab that glue, and we're going to add some glue. You want it right along that fold on your envelope. And then we want to, and you can do this with seal too. I just like using the glue because it just gives you a couple seconds to move it around. So let's get that right up against that edge. Make sure it's down there straight. There we go. All right. Make sure it's glued down really good. And then all you're going to do is grab those scissors and very carefully cut along the edges to trim off your designer series paper. Now remember, ladies, create this card, post it in Gal Friday Mystery Card Stamping Group. And I forgot to pick a winner for last week, so I will do it when I'm done here. And then here is our envelope. All right, so you have a pretty card and envelope to send for this month's birthday. All right. Now remember, I have an album in my group with stamp sets that are for sale. I'm going to give it a couple more days, and then I'm going to take everything out and put it in my eBay store. So if there's anything in there that you would like, let me know, and I'll send you an invoice. All right. So thanks for joining me, ladies. I will pick the winner in a little bit, and I'll post it, and I'll have all the measurements and everything on my blog tomorrow. Thanks, Margaret. So I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me. Hit that like button on the way out. It really does help. Thanks, Kathy. Good night, everybody.